So my name is Casey Clark. My business is Clarkmanship. I decided at the beginning of this year I didn't really tell anybody. I just decided, I'm going to do this full time. It's been about half and half for a long time. Mr. Price, the principal at HES, approached me and said, man, we'd really love a tribute for Mr. Melvin. We're thinking a bench. And he was like, look, this is just something that can sit there. Kids can walk by it, kids can sit on it, and it can just be on display. So that's what we want. And the biggest thing was he didn't really have any other plan other than we want a bench and we want it to be meaningful. So I asked, is there anything you want engraved on it? And they were like, well, yes, we want something, but we don't know exactly what. So I said, all right, well, we just know he was a really kind man and he gave all of himself to his job. Like he was there, like a week before God took him home. We need to pay tribute to that part of him. So I sent a few different things to Mr. Price, and finally I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna roll with what feels right. So I said, for Mr. Melvin, a man that gave every inch of himself to others, a 75-inch bench, 1 inch for every year of life he gave us. And I thought, that's perfect. It's concise, but it is 100% spot on for that guy. So this was an ash log that came from right here in Hodgenville, where Melvin has spent most of his life. I thought, well, it's perfect. Let's put the quote, let's build the bench, let's do it on that ash. And then I just wanted it to be really simple. So the design, if you look at it up close, it doesn't look like something that, a 6'4" guy wants to sit on. But that's on purpose. It's a bench in an elementary school. I wanted it to be inviting for little kids. And it was awesome because as soon as I put it in its spot, 4 little third graders come walking down and they plopped right down on it. And it was the first people that ever sat on it. And they said that, we're the first ones to sit on this, aren't we? I said, yeah, you are. And it works. The thing holds up. I was afraid it wouldn't, but you're good. This community, I've said this before, it's very different. It's very close-knit. And we all kind of feel more than like a family than just a community, which is like community's awesome, but man, family's so much more, and it feels like that. And it was just nice to get the call. For one, that my craftsmanship has gotten to the point where people are recognizing that and saying, this is more than just me doing hobbyist stuff. This is me doing really meaningful stuff for people in the community. And I was just really grateful for that opportunity. Mr. Melvin, he worked a job that a lot of people really don't want. He did custodial work, he did maintenance work, and for a long time there's always been a stigma on the tier at which people work. And there's something in the Bible that says, do everything as if working for God, not for man. And man, isn't that true about Mr. Melvin? He did everything. You'd think he was the CEO of the place. And he approached the job every day like, this is meaningful, this is important. It was more than cleaning, it was taking care of the kids. And I think when somebody has those characteristics and those traits, it's important to not only just acknowledge them, but to remember them, because there's so much of our culture, people are forgetting how to just be genuinely kind. Maintaining his memory is just showing the next generation exactly how to do that, and not just in face-to-face, but in your everyday work. There's a famous quote that says, life is a game of inches. 1 inch this way or that way, you miss the point. So I hope that just in sitting there and reading a quote that they can start to form a little bit of depth, that words aren't just words, that words have a little bit of meaning. Work isn't just work, work has a little bit of meaning. And in doing anything, whether you're building something cool, whether you're picking up other people's leftovers, whether you're the principal, it all has meaning.